Hello everybody, my name is Zero and welcome to another speed. Well, I don't really know why I have that urge to say speed drawing, which this one is not. I just have a habit of doing that one. I don't know why. But anyway, this is another what I learned series, and hopefully in the next time I don't say the wrong thing. Jesus Christ, what's happening to me? So anyway, today, this episode will be me drawing teenage years, which I'm gonna go through it with this couple of things before I further on talk about anything that is not related. But anyway, in terms of drawing teenagers, it's pretty much very simple in my knowledge, that is, or at least in this picture, I somewhat managed to achieve. But anyway, the girl part just beforehand, before I say anything else, the girl drawing, which you guys gonna see later on, I don't know whether I achieved that teenage years kind of look, but I don't know, somewhat it doesn't look that right to me. But oh well, I just recorded it as well as draw it out already, and I don't feel like restarting the stuff, so I'm just gonna stick with that. But anyway, in terms of what I learned, basically I did a bit of research, and I see that majority of teenage years, they tend to have a smaller eye comparing to the adolescent year. So which you guys can see here, there it's quite obvious what kind of things has changed. The face tends to be longer in guys, in any guy's shape, and then the eyes tend to be slightly smaller. And yeah, as for the nose, it depends whether which kind of nose you want. You want that guy's nose to be like really big ass nose or really sharp nose. It all depends on you whether how you want to make it look like it grew up a bit. But I decided with a round nose to make it much more similar like. And the most important thing you need to notice when you draw a teenage one is that the shoulder part, because the shoulder, you can notice that there's a slightly more difference in terms of height, drawn height in the shoulder part, where you can see that in my teenage drawing, the shoulder part tends to be high a bit. It curves all the way up a bit, so you can see much more of a muscly kind of look, I guess. And in terms, yeah, basically the eyes will be much more small, well, slightly smaller. You can always go with large one, but I guess for male one, I will go with slightly smaller, but yet has a pretty boy look. I guess I'll go with that. And yeah, and in terms of the girl part, and for teenage girls, basically it's kind of the same with the male one, which is that face is slightly longer than usual, and girl's face has much more sharper feature comparing to the adolescent's part. And then let's see, I did a bit slightly changes in the hair part, so I don't know why, because I guess when you grow up, you start to change hairstyles, whereas guys doesn't really change hairstyles unless they really want to. I'm probably gonna switch it up in terms of hairstyle for the guy later on when he grew up. But at the moment, I guess this is quite nice because I added like a what is it called, tail. The back part is slightly longer than usual. Those kind of looks. But anyway, in terms of girl and the shoulder part, you notice that the neck tends to be much more slimmer than the adolescent part. I don't really. Maybe for the adolescent part, the what you call it, the neck might be slimmer, but I don't really know. Probably need to look up the research a bit, or look up all those research I have a bit earlier ago. But anyway, I guess I'll stick with that one. But anyway, the neck of the female tends to be much more slimmer, as well as the shoulder. You can see it goes all the way down. Because if you look at the female anatomy, you can notice that majority of the shoulder tends to slender down a bit, kind of way. I'm not quite sure how it looks, but yeah. So I decided to go with a much more uh, different kind of hairstyle as well. But besides that, the eyes tends to be slightly smaller, but you wouldn't have to do that as long you have the face that is like a slightly larger face, then it should be working well. And in terms of the eyes part, as long you draw in the middle of the head, or in the middle of the head, I guess. But anyway, if you draw in the middle of the head, you probably can achieve as a teenage years much more easier, and differentiate between that one and adolescence part. So yeah, and that is basically what I have in mind in terms of this drawing that I have. So yeah. Besides that, since I already touched majority part of the stuff that I have to talk about, and this coming, well, never mind. I'll talk about the rest in the next video. Probably that will be much more suitable because this one is a series, and yeah, basically yeah. So I guess I'm gonna see you guys in the next drawing, which is the adult one, and hopefully I can manage to sort out my adult ideas as well. And in terms of my animation project, if you guys are wondering right now, I sorted, well, if I have to give a percentage on my storyline, probably will be around 40% finished in terms of storyline. So I'm getting there. So in case you guys are wondering or not, it doesn't matter now. I'm just gonna tell you anyway. Yeah, so yeah, it's 40% finished. I got most parts sorted out. I managed to gain some ideas and stuff. I'm probably gonna mention it in the next random drawing or so because I am working at one, or I still think so. I don't really know what I make any sense by that one. But anyway, I guess I'm gonna see you guys next time in the next episode of What I Learn. So yeah, see you guys next time. My name is Zero, and bye bye.